Ladies and gentlemen, good day to you all. Today, I would like to share with you a timeless and beautiful legend, the story of He Xianggu. He Xianggu is one of the famous Eight Immortals in Chinese mythology and the only female among them. Known for her kindness, wisdom, and compassion, her story not only showcases the grace and resilience of women, but also embodies profound Taoist wisdom and insights into human nature. The image of He Xianggu has endured for thousands of years and remains an integral part of Chinese culture. He Xianggu, originally named He Xianggu, was born into an ordinary family during the Tang Dynasty. From a young age, she was intelligent, kind-hearted, and beloved by her neighbors. He Xianggu grew up in a small village in Zengcheng, Guangzhou, a place of beautiful landscapes and gentle streams, yet also prone to natural disasters. Her father was a simple farmer, and her mother was a gentle and virtuous homemaker. Despite their modest means, He Xianggu was taught from an early age to be helpful and compassionate. As she grew up, He Xianggu became a beautiful and even more kind-hearted young woman. She often helped the elderly and poor in her village, using her own hands to pick wild fruits and gather medicinal herbs to treat their ailments. Her good deeds earned her the admiration of the villagers and, unknowingly, accumulated a deep well of good fortune. One day, while picking wild fruits in the mountains, He Xianggu stumbled upon a peculiar fruit tree. The tree was laden with translucent fruits that exuded an irresistible fragrance. Never having seen such fruit before, He Xianggu plucked one and tasted it. The fruit melted in her mouth, incredibly sweet, and seemed to infuse her with a magical energy. She felt invigorated, as if she could hear the rustling of leaves and the flow of streams. Realizing the tree's extraordinary nature, He Xianggu decided to share its fruits with her family and villagers. However, upon returning home, she found the fruits had vanished. Puzzled but undeterred, she revisited the tree days later and found the fruits had regrown. This time, she carefully took one fruit home. Back home, she offered the fruit to her mother, who immediately felt a surge of vitality and relief from long-standing ailments after eating it. Overjoyed, He Xianggu realized the tree's healing powers and decided to share this secret with the village elders. Led by He Xianggu, the villagers came to the tree, harvested its fruits, and shared in its miraculous benefits. The tree, now known as the fairy fruit tree, brought health and harmony to the entire village. He Xianggu, in turn, was revered as a bringer of good fortune, a fairy among them. Her kindness not only healed the villagers' ailments, but also brought peace and prosperity to the village. However, fortune and misfortune often go hand in hand. One day, a greedy landlord heard about the magical tree and arrived with his men to seize it. Seeing the tree, the landlord's eyes gleamed with greed. He ordered his men to uproot the tree and transport it to his estate. He Xianggu, witnessing this, was filled with anxiety. She knew the tree was the lifeblood of the village and could not fall into the hands of the greedy. As the landlord's men moved to uproot the tree, He Xianggu felt a surge of power within her. Without hesitation, she rushed forward, stood in front of the tree, and shouted, "Stop! This tree is a gift from the heavens. You cannot take it." The landlord, amused and angered, laughed and ordered his men to drive her away. The men, seeing their master's fury, lunged at He Xianggu. Undeterred, He Xianggu raised her hands, and a burst of energy repelled the men. The landlord, shocked, turned tail and fled. Seizing the moment, He Xianggu used her newfound powers to uproot the tree and fly to a secluded spot on the mountain top. She concealed the tree under a large rock, ensuring it would remain safe from the greedy. He Xianggu's actions not only protected the tree, but also safeguarded the village. The villagers, learning of her bravery, came to thank her. With a gentle smile, He Xianggu said, "This tree is a blessing from the heavens. We must cherish it and prevent it from falling into the wrong hands." The villagers nodded in agreement, their respect for He Xianggu growing even deeper. As time passed, He Xianggu's reputation spread far and wide. Her kindness and miraculous deeds reached distant places. One day, a Taoist named Lu Dongbin arrived in her village. Lu Dongbin, a renowned Taoist and one of the Eight Immortals, had heard of He Xianggu's deeds and came to meet her to discuss the Tao. Upon meeting Lu Dongbin, He Xianggu felt immense joy. She had long heard of his great Taoist powers and wisdom. The two quickly became friends and began exchanging insights in a cave in the mountains. Impressed by He Xianggu's kindness and wisdom, Lu Dongbin decided to take her as his disciple and teach her deeper Taoist practices. Under Lu Dongbin's guidance, He Xianggu's spiritual powers grew stronger. She learned more skills and gained a deeper understanding of the Tao. She realized that true cultivation is not just about having great powers, but also about having a compassionate heart and helping others. Throughout her journey, He Xianggu remained kind-hearted, using her abilities to bring blessings to the world. One day, while meditating in the mountains, He Xianggu heard a girl crying. Following the sound, she found a young woman named Xiao Chui sitting by a stream, weeping. He Xianggu approached her gently and asked, "Why are you so sad, young lady?" Xiao Chui looked up, tears streaming down her face, and said, "My name is Xiao Chui. My village is suffering from a severe drought. The crops have failed, and the villagers are starving. I've heard that you, He Xianggu, are kind-hearted, so I came to ask for your help." Hearing this, He Xianggu felt a deep sorrow. She knew the severity of a drought and decided to help. He Xianggu took Xiao Chui back to the mountains and began performing a rain-summoning ritual. She sat cross-legged, closed her eyes, and chanted incantations. Soon, dark clouds gathered in the sky, thunder rumbled, and a heavy rain poured down. Xiao Chui, seeing the timely rain, knelt on the ground, thanking He Xianggu profusely. He Xianggu smiled and said, "Don't thank me. This is a gift from the heavens. I'm just helping the heavens do their part." Xiao Chui returned to her village and shared He Xianggu's kindness with the villagers. They all came to He Xianggu's village to express their gratitude. Seeing the villagers' improved lives, He Xianggu felt immense relief. She understood that true cultivation means using one's powers to help those in need and to fill the world with love and warmth. As time went on, He Xianggu's spiritual powers continued to grow. One day, while meditating, she heard a voice, "He Xianggu, you have reached the conditions for immortality. You can ascend now." Looking up, she saw Lu Dongbin, her master, standing before her. He said, "Xianggu, your cultivation has reached a high level. However, before ascending, you must complete one last task." He Xianggu asked respectfully, "Master, what is it?" Lu Dongbin replied, "In your hometown, a malevolent dragon is causing trouble, making life miserable for the villagers. Go back and subdue it. After that, you can ascend." Without hesitation, He Xianggu agreed. She immediately returned to her hometown and found the villagers indeed living in great distress. The dragon was wreaking havoc, and the villagers dared not leave their homes, trembling in fear. Seeing this, He Xianggu was filled with righteous anger and decided to act at once. He Xianggu approached the dragon's lair and shouted, "Dragon, your evil deeds have gone too far. Today, I will subdue you." The dragon, hearing He Xianggu's voice, emerged from its cave. Seeing her, it laughed menacingly and said, "A mere girl dares to challenge me? I'll swallow you whole." With that, the dragon lunged at He Xianggu with its massive jaws open. Undeterred, He Xianggu waved her hands, and a beam of golden light shot from her palms, striking the dragon. The dragon let out a painful roar and retreated. Seizing the moment, He Xianggu used her powers to trap the dragon in a golden aura. The dragon struggled fiercely but could not break free. He Xianggu stepped forward and said to the dragon, "Dragon, your evil deeds have caused much suffering. Today, I will subdue you. However, if you promise to reform and never do evil again, I will spare your life." The dragon, hearing He Xianggu's words, was terrified. Knowing it was no match for her, it pleaded for mercy, saying, "Immortal, I promise to reform and never do evil again." Seeing the dragon's sincerity, He Xianggu decided to spare it. She used her powers to cleanse the dragon of its malevolent energy and then released it back into the sea. The dragon, filled with gratitude, bowed deeply to He Xianggu before swimming away. Returning to the village, He Xianggu was greeted by the grateful villagers. They were amazed that she had not only saved them but also reformed the dragon. With a gentle smile, He Xianggu said, "Villagers, there is no need to thank me. I have merely done what I should. I hope you can all live happily from now on." The villagers, deeply moved, nodded in agreement, their hearts filled with gratitude. After completing her task, He Xianggu returned to Lu Dongbin. Seeing that she had passed the final test, Lu Dongbin smiled and said, "Xianggu, you have successfully completed your last trial. Now you can ascend to immortality." Overwhelmed with joy, He Xianggu knew that her years of cultivation had finally paid off. Guided by Lu Dongbin, He Xianggu arrived at a mysterious cave. The cave was filled with auspicious energy, and a beam of golden light shone from the ceiling, forming a ladder to the heavenly realm. Lu Dongbin said, "Xianggu, climb this ladder, and you will ascend to immortality." He Xianggu nodded, turned to bid farewell to the villagers, and saw them all gathered to see her off, their eyes filled with reluctance. With a warm smile, He Xianggu said to the villagers, "My friends, although I am leaving, my heart will always be with you. I hope you continue to live in harmony and happiness." The villagers, moved to tears, watched as He Xianggu stepped onto the ladder and began to climb. With each step, she felt lighter, and eventually, she transformed into a beam of golden light and vanished into the sky. After ascending to immortality, He Xianggu became the only female immortal among the Eight Immortals. Her story spread far and wide, becoming a timeless tale. Known for her kindness, wisdom, and compassion, she became a role model for many. Her existence, like a beacon, illuminated the path for those who sought spiritual enlightenment, reminding us that true cultivation lies in inner peace and kindness, not in external forms. He Xianggu's image and story continue to be celebrated to this day. Her gentle yet resolute demeanor has made her an integral part of Chinese culture. Her tale, spanning thousands of years, remains a popular topic in people's conversations. She is not just an immortal, but a cultural symbol representing the wisdom and inclusiveness of ancient Chinese culture. Her story inspires us to face life's challenges with an open heart, solve problems with wisdom, and treat others with compassion. Thank you all.